The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Again, about an hour away. We have Group Love guaranteed entry passes and Clash with Kenzie at 7:10 as we'll go back to the coldest, snowiest Halloween ever. I'm not Tom Skilling. I'm just predicting it probably was. I scraped my car off this morning, which was kind of fun.
You have a good time with that?
No, it was great. It's great. Looking for I didn't have my scraper in the car because I take it out during the summer. I was looking for a CD case. Remember the old days you had a CD case on your car to scrape it off? Maybe you don't remember that.
I've used my body before because I've had nothing and I've just had to roll across the front of my car.
Just lay on it to warm up the ice so it falls off.
That and let me hit 105 going down the highway to try to get this crap off because I didn't have a brush. That's the worst.
There's some bad accents out there already, so be careful. We'll say that right now. But hey, I successfully won Halloween yesterday because I didn't buy any candy. And I figured no one would knock or at least buzz in on our walk-up, the Four Flat Chicago walk-up deal, and no one did. Now, there were a lot of kids in the neighborhood behind us, and I could have sat out in a chair, and I felt guilty about that and just handed them out because everybody else was doing that. But it was cold. It was cold. I wouldn't want to go out there and do that.
And bring happiness to children. No, I get that, Brian. It's good that you're cozy.
So give me a view. That was my view. That was my city view of Halloween. What was your suburb view of Halloween in Elgin?
So what we do is we have the full-size candy bars, which we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
But we always put them in a bucket next to our Ring doorbell because then we get to watch the kids because we're not home because we take our kid trick-or-treating.
Makes sense.
We're at that awkward age. So
there's no one that can stay at home and pass out.
Yeah, because nobody wants to miss, the trick-or-treating aspect with their kid in our group yet. So luckily, by the time the baby wants to trick or treat, I'm sure our oldest son will probably be kind of ready to sit at home, watch a scary movie, and pass out candy. I think that they have that age difference.
Sure.
But right now, that's a no go. So we always put it in a bucket, and we go my sister-in-law lives in the neighborhood, so we meet up with her, and everyone goes to her house. We have chili and mummy dogs, and then we go out and trick or treat. It's super fun.
Delicious.
But we love going on our Ring doorbell because you'd see all the cute costumes that walk up. That's the best part of it. And we did put out a sign that was please take one and save it for other trick-or-treaters. We had over 150 candy bars.
In that one bucket, you put 150
Yeah, because
in
it was
there.
one of those Home Depot, because
Damn.
Because I taped it and did a jack-o'-lantern face on it. So, definitely enough. If you 150 is a lot, right?
If you take one, it should have settled everybody up.
You'd think, or at least close enough, right? But everyone was doing good for an hour, and then we got hit with some teenagers who literally picked up the bucket and started dumping it in their backpacks.
Oh, damn kids.
And I'm I don't want to be one of those. There's a lot worse things that kids could be doing on Halloween. I don't want to be, but what made me sad is then watching these little toddlers waddle up the stairs time after time and look in the bucket and go, oh, and you just saw them go, oh, and it's here's the thing. If you're going to be selfish and be I'm not just taking one, I'm going to take one of each flavor, whatever. You did not have to clean out the bucket. There's not a chance in hell you're finishing all of those. Because they had backpacks full. They brought in hiking backpacks. And I was just bummed out because it's at that point, how can I ever buy enough candy? Because if I just fill the bucket, I keep it going up and up and up and how much I buy. But if someone's just going to come and dump no matter how much is in their bags.
I guess what you needed to do was monitor the Ring doorbell from your phone in real time. Yeah, and then sprint back home and tackle them Urlacher style. You bastards!
Well, and then these sons of nutcrackers, because I was I probably know their parents because I know a lot of kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I wanted to look, but they all kept their masks on the whole time, because I think kids are super aware of the Ring doorbell situation, and none of them took the mask off.
No.
But a little break in humanity. There was another group of teenagers, probably 20 minutes before them, and someone's full size, let's take them all, because you can hear the audio on a Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
And one of the actual teenage boys goes, guys, that's not cool. The's a lot of kids out here. And they all actually just took one. And I was like, oh,
wow.
So it's not all the teenagers.
Now
But
you should find that kid and you'll give him an extra bar today.
I know, but
if
it was,
you had any,
but
you don't
it
have
was
any
so
left.
true. It's like I am not one of those people who sees a teenager and goes, you shouldn't be trick-or-treating, because I think it's great. Like, stay a kid as long as you can. Enjoy it. Again, there's way worse things that kids could be doing on Halloween. Let them trick-or-treat for as long as they want. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, gosh, even if you wanted a handful of them, like, you could have left some for the cute little kid waddling up as Mike Wazowski and, like, doesn't get anything. It broke my heart.
Damn.
Oh.
Maybe put another bucket out tonight. See if anybody comes back.
Another bucket? What are we, feeding squirrels?
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
As I just said, Bob Mose is a veteran of Q101's Twisted Christmas. Just to remind you, here's the shows. Tuesday, December 5th this year, the Black Keys, Local H, and Alex Sucks. Wednesday, December 6th, Lovejoy, White Reaper, Bridget Calls Me Baby. Another Chicago band besides Local H. And even another one on Thursday, December 7th, Bleachers, Mr. Wives, and Sincere Engineer. They are from Chicago. I love them. And Friday, December 8th, Young the Giant, the Gaslight Anthem, and Little Image. And there'll be a special for Q101's Ticket Blitz Thursday, tomorrow morning at 8, involving that last show. But we'll get to that later on. But yeah, got to get your tickets because, as we say, they will sell out because they always do. And they're getting close this early with 5 weeks away. So go grab it today, Q101.com. Go get it. In the meantime, coming up with a fact that makes your brain go. And you may not think of what to do with this. You have all this Halloween candy at the house. There's something you need to do with it today if you want it to be good. If you don't do it today, you are absolutely screwed.
I got cleaned out.
What do you mean? It's all. What do you mean? But besides, well, I mean the
They
kind.
stole
the-
my candy.
I mean the candy that Tristan brought home from trick or treating.
Oh, what he brought home.
So did he have a good take up there in your neighborhood?
Oh, yeah.
Is there like massive bag?
He did. Here's the thing. Normally we do get a little bit more, but it was snowing like in
Yeah.
everyone's face. So, they didn't brave it as long as they normally do.
That's a shame.
Yeah. No, I wasn't ashamed. I was like, all right, let's just turn this thing around.
I got one Snickers. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll buy you some at the store next week. Let's just go.
Well, I'm curious to people out there that are really cleaned up. Even if you have a small batch, large batch, if you don't do this with your candy today, you are screwed. We'll tell you what that is in 5 minutes.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, time for a fact that makes your brain go. Post-Halloween, you have all that candy in the house. Kenzie's child, Kristen, just cleaned up. And somebody cleaned up at her house all the full-size candy bars.
What'd you call my son?
Tristan.
You called him Christian.
I said Tristan. Go back
Casey
to the
even
tape.
looked at me.
No, go back to the tape. I said Tristan.
Put K's on.
No, you didn't.
I didn't say Christian.
Okay, I'll pull the audio, talk about the fact,
I'm pretty sure
and
it
then
was.
we'll
I think you
review
said
it.
Kristen.
I think that's the thing. You didn't say Christian, you said Kristen, like Kristen
Kristen.
Bell.
Sister Kristen.
I don't know what that was in reference to.
You don't know that Night Ranger song?
I don't know that Night Ranger song, Brian.
Kenzie, you know it, right?
What is it called?
Sister Christian, all the time is near.
No.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
wait.
You know
That
it.
time is here.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Keep going.
Well, I can't because I think I already screwed up the lyrics, I think, to it.
you sang one line.
The only one, the same.
Pull it up.
Okay, Case, pull that audio up. I'll try to find Sister Christian as we get to
Do
the
you
fact.
think it's in our music library?
I don't think so. I mean, we probably still have the loop library laying around here. I don't know. They probably played it. Now I don't even want to do the fact.
Oh yeah, we have a fact.
There's too much other stuff here.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the fact, real quick. Then let's get to that first.
Well, let's just get that over with.
Well, I did say what you should do with your Halloween candy. You have to today, or you're screwed. And this is the advice from a prominent dentist in the area.
It's much better for your teeth if you sit down and eat your full bag of Halloween candy at one time. I know it's going to upset your belly, rather than we're going to hang on to this for the next couple months, and every couple hours we're going to get in there and get some kind of candy out.
So basically, she's saying devour all of it now, even though that will be so much punishment to your insides because it will save your teeth. If you wait on the candy and eat it just
Do you
each day.
think so she's thinking about the teeth. Do you think a doctor would be like, oh my God, please don't do that?
I think a doctor would say don't do that, right?
Right. Like, don't you think it's like conflicting medical opinions probably?
Well, I don't even know if dentists and doctors like each other.
Why wouldn't they?
I bet doctors look down.
What do you
This is my guess. Doctors probably look down on dentists because they go to school less. It's not as much time.
No. Dentists go for a super long time.
But not as much as a doctor, probably.
Well, I think it depends what kind of doctor you are, though. And then it's like, because this is where you're not getting it. Because
I understand what you're
there's
saying.
like 18 levels of doctor. And I think like dentist is similar because like the next step up, like even more schools to become an orthodontist. That's more school too.
I know dentists go a long time, but I think doctors have to do like.
How about you see a doctor? Because I'm so sick of you clearing your throat. I mean, no, but you should be able to say a sentence without clearing your throat.
The 6 o'clock hour, my throat's a little rough these days. I'm going to go see a doctor about it, not a dentist. Even though it's in the throat, which I think a dentist would help me out with that somehow.
Nope, because they study teeth, not throats.
Yeah, I know. So, anyway, that sounds like bad advice because I have heard doctors say you should throw away most of your candy and pick a couple that you like and eat those to save your stomach. I mean, what's worse, ruining your teeth or ruining your intestines? That's kind of what it is. Imagine eating, you saw it all last night. How much did Tristan have laid out on the floor?
A lot.
Like
he had like 4 pieces last night or something like that.
But he had probably what? Did he have 50, 100 pieces of candy?
Yeah, probably closer to 100 at least.
Can you picture him eating all that in one sitting?
No.
Yeah.
He wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Like because he's not used to that. His dad's way stricter than I am about stuff. I'm
Oh,
always
here we
sneaking
go.
him.
Let's get to
I'm
it.
always sneaking him sweets. I'm like, you'll be fine.
So he likes you more.
Yes. I'm definitely the less strict. Like you ask like parental wise, who's more strict in the house? He would say his dad, which is good. There's usually that. Like when you're a mom, then you're a grandma, then you're always the one with the sweets and the food, and like that's your thing because that's my competitive edge because my husband gets to go outside and like play sports with him and play catch with him. So it's like, and then I give him, I make his Halloween costume and give him extra candy. Like everyone's got their thing.
Yeah, that's your brand.
Yeah.
Taking care of him, being nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be curious to know from dentists out there and doctors out there what they would recommend better because this Chicago dentist said it's better just to eat it all in one sitting, get it over with to protect your teeth better. And I don't know, it seems bad either way, but I could never imagine eating. I have eaten a whole bag of Starbursts, like a whole family bag size of Starbursts. I've eaten that.
Family bag?
Yeah, the big one from Costco.
I gotta be honest, I don't like the already open Starburst. You ever gotten that big? Unwrapped?
Well, that's why they wrap them so you slow down.
I don't think that's why. It keeps the flavor, though. But I'll tell you, like, they sell the already opened, then all the flavors mixed together. Now it just tastes like plastic. And candy can absorb plastic, like the flavoring of it. So when they're already open, I'm like, I hate this bag.
Yeah, but it's a pain to open each one individually.
Is that too much of a workout for you, Brian, in between your family
My
bag?
thumb, I don't know how much you burn.
Like, oh, I'm sweating.
I'm burning all these calories, taking off the paper for each.
Jeez.
Also, didn't we say once on the show, I could be wrong, that all Starbursts are the same flavor despite the color? Or I think that's Lifesavers.
There is candies like that, but I don't buy it because I have done an eyes closed taste test on Starburst, and I'm like, yellow, pink, red.
You can call it. You can call it. I've never done that.
With my eyes closed.
Huh. Interesting.
So I don't believe that. There are candies that do that, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's one of them.
Now, where this started, if you just joined us, is Kenzie's son is Tristan, and they thought I called him Christian or Kristen.
You call him Kristen.
You have the audio?
I have that audio. It's in the show audio folder. Do you want to play a song and then go to it, or do you want to do it now?
We might as well just settle this debate.
It's too
Okay.
live.
It's the file called Kenzie's son.
Kenzie's child, you put it
Kenzie's
in.
child. Sorry.
Thank you.
Kenzie's child, Kristen, just cleaned up. I did say Kristen.
Play it again.
Play it again.
This
That's quick.
is Brian earlier today.
Kenzie's child, Kristen, just cleaned up.
Kristen. You called my son Kristen.
He's Tristan. I'm sorry, Tristan.
How's Tarper doing?
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Not doing so well because Harper found out that Daddy lost $1 million this week. A very good shot at $1 million.
You just constantly disappoint her.
Constantly. I'll tell you why after Lincoln Park.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Apparently, a lot of other people thought in Sister Christian they were saying Motorhead like Kenzie did. It's Motor In. We cleared up a lot this morning already.
A lot of people thought it was Motorhead.
It's amazing.
I was not alone.
Yeah, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And my daughter Harper very disappointed with Daddy this morning as he lost out on $1 million. I lost out on $1 million. Million.
How, Brian?
How? Because the Jewel that I go to sold a $1.2 million Lucky Lotto ticket, and I buy tickets there.
Oh.
That's the first time it's ever happened in my
Now you
life.
have to switch where you buy tickets because lightning's not going to strike again.
That's what I was trying to think or not. It's the Lucky Day Lotto, and they draw it a couple times a day. I believe they do a midday drawing. Now, here's the thing. Harper's pediatrician is in the strip mall with this Jewel, and we were there. And I stopped sometimes. I don't buy tickets every week, but I said to Megan, should I buy a ticket? Let's get Harper home. She had a flu shot. Let's keep going here. And I didn't buy the tickets that day. And this is my question. And maybe for people that are Jewel employees or work with the lotto machines, because I buy the auto, you go to the machine, you put the money in, and you get the ticket out. How many people a day are buying those tickets? Like, did I have a 1 in 100 shot at $1 million? I think 100 people bought tickets.
Technically, you had a 50-50 shot.
You think 2 people just bought tickets in that machine?
No, technically you had a 50-50 shot because you either win or lose. If you think about it.
No, I don't know. I'm trying to say
If you think about it.
But I'm trying to think of how many people I was against in that machine. Like, how many people buy tickets?
You're also against, okay, here, can't it pick numbers that weren't selected by tickets? Sometimes, nobody wins.
Right.
Right? So it does. So you're also against every number that wasn't bought.
Well, you're also against everybody in the state, I guess, right? Because everybody buys those tickets. But since that machine and that store, that Jewel on Ashland, it's right south of Belmont on Ashland, that Jewel, if somebody works there, please let me know how many people a day are buying tickets. I'm just curious. I know it's weird. It's not perfect math. It's like girl math, but I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, your math sucks. You don't got to pin it on us.
I'm just saying, if a ticket was in that machine, those numbers came up auto pick, mine could have came up. So I missed out on $1.2 million.
I mean, it's an interesting way to look at it.
I couldn't sleep last night
You couldn't sleep.
thinking about this. I mean, does anybody work at a Jewel?
What would you do if you would have won? What's the first thing you would have done?
Well, I wouldn't be here today.
Amen.
I took a day.
Amen, sister.
No,
I feel like I missed out too. I wish you'd have bought that ticket.
See, my pain is your pain.
Oh, this is a bummer. I knew it. I knew you'd quit.
I wouldn't quit. That's not enough money to quit on, sadly. 1.2 million after taxes. What is it? 700 grand. Can't do that anymore.
Peasant change. You make that a year.
I don't make
Yes,
that.
you do. Aren't you bummed? Oh God.
No, Case makes
Could've
that.
doubled up on your salary this
Case
year.
got a raise this year. He makes more than all of us. Case the producer. He got a bump.
That's not true. I don't make more than all of you. Everybody here is talking about how much money I'm making, and it's not much. Everybody relax.
He gets so agitated.
He gets so mad when people bring up how much.
Our market manager, who is the guy who signs my checks, walks around going, okay, so you got so much money now. How's it going?
And he owns a helicopter. That's the best part. He gets here in his helicopter.
Do you think you added an extra zero on the end of my paycheck? Who are you talking to?
I love it. Oh, well, listen, listen, somebody at Jewel or somebody that works those lotto machines, how many people a day buy a ticket in there? I want to know what my odds were just for that store, My Jewel on Ashland, what my odds were.
Your Jewel, do you own it?
That's mine.
A lot of people go there, Brian.
I know, but it's My Jewel. So I don't know.
Would you pee on the outside of it?
Here's Gil with your headline.
This is not headline news. Halloween is history, as your diet is if you raided your kids' trick-or-treat candy after they went to bed last night. A tarantula is being blamed for a car crash in Death Valley. What was a tarantula doing driving in the first place? Cup Noodles is switching its cups from styrofoam to paper. It's part of their strategy to get as much hot soup on your lap as possible. Experts say yoga treats depression. But the problem is when you spend $150 on yoga pants at Lululemon, you're depressed again. And Jimmy Buffett's band will continue touring despite his death. Let us know how that goes, responded the Heartbreakers. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.